Hey, hold on, real quick. Hold on. Pause.
Wait, wait. Speaking of like COVID and shit with all that, so I heard about wearable, like like yeah, what's that shit called?
Like the Apple Watch. Yeah. So yeah, let me pull up the article on this. So apparently they're looking to have some kind of a COVID detecting ring. Like you can wear this ring and it's going to be able to detect, if you have any kind of issues. Now, it's really meant to kind of keep that. It's kind of meant to keep social distancing. Because it also has a proximity alarm that if you get too close to somebody else that has it, it'll kind of ding you like, hey, move. You're too close to somebody. But it's supposed to detect certain things like, temperature increases.
Too close, man.
And it's had a 90% accuracy, some of the prototypes with detecting that before, up to 3 days before symptoms. We'll share the link. I feel like I probably tweeted this at some point on the account, but we'll share the link afterwards. But I don't know. That's definitely stirred up some controversy of its own. Some people feel like it's like a mark of the beast kind of thing,
Yeah, like this shit is weird, man. This shit get weirder and weirder every goddamn day. It makes less and less sense,
Well, it's like you said, we're living in Black Mirror,
Yeah.
It's
they didn't even come out. They didn't even drop like a new season. Y'all ever thought about that shit?
Watch the news. That's Black Mirror.
Yeah, that's Black Mirror. You live in that shit every day.
Murder wasps. I mean, shit, that was an episode, right?
Hell yeah, nah, this shit is like biblical. Like for real, with all that shit.
It is, man.
I'm telling y'all, man, we're gonna have to worry about like medias and all kind of shit like that.
If you are gonna play that thought experiment, you've got locusts, right?
Yeah.
Like there was like a 17-year harvest or something like that. I don't know.
Well, like shit didn't grow.
I'm not a bug expert, but they got locusts.
Michael Curvey is. He'll tell y'all about that shit.
Curvey, we gotta have him on the next one.
Hell yeah, he didn't call me back. If he called during the pod, I'm just gonna put him on speakerphone, man. He gonna talk to us all. He gonna tell us all about the fucking locusts and shit. Yeah.
We got the locusts. We got obviously the pandemic.
That's the plague.
Cultural wars and shit like that. Like it is written, and it's scary too because, like I said, now we have this fear that's driving people with COVID. Fear of like, you don't want to get it. Or,
right.
What if it's a second wave? What if you can get it again? So fear motivates people to do things. So
right, or to not do them.
This is a convenient way to drive people into trying some of that stuff that might have been a little too controversial before.
So I kind of think that
it's a convenient way.
I mean, it's we're a week from July right now. The elections in November or whatever. Do you think we're still gonna be like having stay at home orders like around October or November? You think so?
I didn't think we would in June.
So it's possible.
It's possible.
It's a possibility. I think they're trying to keep us home from the elections. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, they saying, mail-in ballots, they're not legit.
Well, but see, I think that would make sense if Trump was like pushing the fear of the virus. Like, hey, this is serious. Don't go out and vote. Because right now, it's not looking good for him. So he wants people to stay home, but he's been telling people the virus is no big deal. You know what I mean? So it's kind of.
But at the same time, he also wants people out and back at work and back spending money too. Like you don't know with him. Like he's telling you everything. You know what I'm saying? He's a snake oil salesman, man. Like square business.
Just a talker, that New York talker.
Man, fucking salesman, man.
But I mean, I don't know. I always buy into the convenience aspect. I hate being inconvenienced. I hate just time. I hate commutes, shit like that. So if you could sell me on something that's going to save me time, I'm like, all right, cool. So if you say, hey, this device will be able to detect if, people around you have it or not, I'm like, shit, I can run errands.
Yeah.
I don't have to second guess and be, when I go out and about, like I'll know right away, So it's easy to see why somebody would buy into it. You know what I mean? But when you think about like, obviously all the ramifications of that, you're basically signing your soul. You're letting people track all this info. Where's that data going? What are they doing with it?
Right.
But then it's the circle of life with that too, to where it's like, all right, well, if they're going to show me better ads and show me customized, all this kind of shit that's meant for me one-to-one. Okay. But again, this is
how does the ring detect if you got fucking COVID?
Man,
You gotta pull that shit up because I never clicked on that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
It was a deep topic. All right, I'll read the article from the beginning.
All right.
This is a Gizmodo article. The Aura ring, like Aura, but with an O, may be part of the NBA's restart plan, but that doesn't mean it'll save you from COVID-19. Sports came to a screeching halt with the onset of COVID-19, but as NBA looks to resume the season at Disney World on July 30th, it looks like the Aura ring may be part of the plans to keep players safe. On Tuesday, the Players Association sent a memo to its members detailing its life inside the bubble. So that talked about, keeping distance, but it's like a community college summer camp. The Aura ring is significant as it's one of several wearables currently being studied by researchers as a potential tool for early detecting COVID-19. The smart ring is designed to help track sleep. It does so by also measuring body temperature, respiratory rate, heart rate variability, and resting heart rate. Back in April, the company behind the ring announced it was teaming up with West Virginia University Rockefeller Neuroscience Institute for a national study, as well as University of Cal San Francisco. It's also been included in Stanford's study on early detection. So the Gizmodo investigation into whether wearables can actually detect was promising, but inconclusive. Earlier this month, that institute announced that preliminary results from observing 600 healthcare professionals and first responders indicated it could detect illness up to 3 days before symptoms with a 90% accuracy rate. Promising and intriguing, but unclear how it can differentiate between like a COVID and like the flu. Basically, it's able to pick up if you have any kind of, temperature, fever, heart rate issues.
Okay,
issues,
so
but it doesn't know if you have COVID or not.
Yeah, so it kind of just goes off your vitals.
Which what trips me out is the places that are like, all right, before you can enter, we're going to take your temperature.
Right.
From asymptomatic.
That doesn't.
Right. I mean, am I right? Like, again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist.
Yeah.
I don't know shit. But to me, I feel like if that's asymptomatic, they're not going to know. How are they going to know that, hey, your temperature's going to be the same?
That's why I think to have combated this shit to where we ain't still talking about this shit fucking today is that they should have, once they got the test and the test was legit and shit, they should have sent the motherfuckers to everybody along with everybody corona check. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers everybody should have like got a mandatory test. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They're still limited right now. They're still.
But I don't understand like how, like, okay, during a war effort, you turn all your industries into that effort. You know what I'm saying? Why haven't they done it for this pandemic? This is like not only in this country, but all over the fucking world.
Well, I mean, you said it yourself with the economic part, different interests, different hands in different pockets. So
yeah,
that's why, people have different motivations. But
right.
I mean, I feel like we've gone this far and they still don't know a thing about this virus. I mean, now I can't. Does anybody know if you're supposed to wear a mask or not? Like they're saying,
I don't know.
But I've read, it doesn't do anything. Then I've read, actually, if you wear it, it could be bad because it can pick up germs. But then they say, it's good about helping people from spreading it to others. But then they say, but you should wear it. It's mandatory. But now they're saying maybe it makes the problem.
Yeah.
What are we supposed to do, man?
I don't know. I feel like we've been told one thing, from one place and then being told another from another place and then vice versa.
It feels like, have you ever like had like your mom or your pops like catch you fucking up?
Yeah.
When you were a kid and you try to explain your way out of it, but you're not like advanced and experienced enough to like be a good bullshitter.
Yeah.
So you just kind of like, see, and then because after that happened, so then because, and that's how they're basically handling the COVID. They're like, with the masks, give us a straight answer, man. You're telling us to wear it, but I don't know if I'm supposed to be wearing it.
Yeah. And that's another thing, man, why I don't think this shit is like even like real, that it's even like kind of a threat anymore.
If you want to talk like I mean, I think fewer people are dying. I think we're clearly more prepared for it now than we were when it hit. We're still not anywhere near prepared.
Right.
But I think we found ways to kind of curb it a little bit more. But there are also reports saying that we might have missed 80% of positive cases when this broke out in March because we didn't have tests. They're saying that the amount of people, like, we were missing out on 80% of positive cases. And again, these are all estimates.
Right.
But that's kind of like, well, shit, you know, who's to say you didn't already have it and have it pass, you know?
And so now that's why you have a surge.
Yeah.
You know, because
now you have a test.
Because people are still, because it's not like you just get one fucking test and then you're like done. Like, you know, some people have to get like tests like tested every week type shit, you know, like just to do their job.
Yeah.
Type shit. So
they're saying that they think that same report said that they think that close to 8 million Americans could have had it. Right now, I think what's the number that they report 2 or something like that?
2 million, some shit like that. Yeah. They could just crack like 2.5, something like that.
You want to talk crazy conspiracy theories? I mean, it still isn't very clear on how you get it. They say it's a blood disease, pulmonary, you know, whatever. I don't know. I still don't know. It's airborne. I don't know. What if that, you know, talking about a Black Mirror episode, I don't really believe this, but this is a fun thought exercise. What if it's like nanobites or nanobots?
Yeah.
Like the little micro, you know what I mean? Like they came from the 5G.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say this because I feel like people out there probably really believe this. They're like, see, I'm telling you.
Nah, straight up. I kind of always think of, like, whenever I think of viruses, I think of the Sentinels from the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like, but like on a microscopic level, you know?
Yeah.
So that's how I think coronavirus looks. And like make up that big ass baby. You know what I'm saying? That was the dumbest scene in any motherfucking movie.
Matrix is weird. I'm curious about 4 though. I'm sure that would be cool.
I don't know about that.
They say it's supposed to be big. I don't know. We'll see. They always say it's supposed to be big.
I know, because they throw fucking billions of dollars at movies and they always shit.
I'm worried about movies. We actually didn't have this on the docket, but I'm worried